Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. At least 4 Iran-linked vessels have passed through the Strait of Hormuz, 2 of them having come from Iranian ports, in the first 24 hours of Donald Trump's naval blockade. Previously, the US military said it would not impede ships using the strait to go to and from non-Iranian ports. Iran says the blockade is a violation of its sovereignty. China's foreign ministry has condemned the US blockade as dangerous and irresponsible, with a spokesman saying it would only exacerbate tensions and undermine the already fragile ceasefire agreement.
This is a blockade of Iran's ports rather than a blockage of the Strait of Hormuz. And as a result, much of the action and activity in that area of the world is going to be calibrated by how ships try and escape the blockade, and the 4 ships that have gone through the strait today indicate that perhaps it's not being as enforced as strictly as might otherwise be the case.
Peter Magyar has said he has already spoken to 10 European leaders a day after his landslide victory brought an end to Viktor Orban's 16-year continuous rule in Hungary. But he said he would not be calling Vladimir Putin a close partner of Orban, even though he would speak to him if the Russian leader rang. If Vladimir Putin calls, I'll pick up the phone, he told reporters during a 3-hour marathon press conference to mark his party's election success on Sunday. If we did talk, I'd tell him to please, after 4 years, put an end to the killing and end this war.
The people of Hungary have spoken and they have reclaimed their European path. It is a victory for fundamental freedoms.
At least 16 people have been injured after an ex-student opened fire at a high school in southeastern Turkey. The attacker, who was in his late teens, fired indiscriminately with a shotgun before killing himself with the weapon. Those injured include 10 students, 4 teachers, a cafeteria worker and a police officer. The incident happened at around 9:30 a.m. local time at the Ahmet Koyuncu Vocational and Technical Anat Olyan High School. It has since been evacuated. Donald Trump's remarks about Pope Leo XIV were unacceptable, the Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has said. The US President accused the pontiff of being weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy in a long Truth Social post, later telling reporters he was not a big fan. Meloni, who is a Catholic and heads a right-wing coalition government, is a close ally of Trump and had so far been reluctant to condemn the US President's harsh criticism of Pope Leo.
I do not look at my role as being politician. I don't want to get into a debate with him. I don't think that the message of the gospel is meant to be abused in the way that some people are doing.
Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says the country's voters have demonstrated trust in his government's plan after his Liberal Party secured a slim majority in the House of Commons.
A Liberal majority government less than a year after the last election.
The Liberals are projected to have won all 3 by-elections that took place on Monday. These are on top of gains made over the last year through 5 opposition members of Parliament defecting to Carney's party. The Prime Minister will now be able to pass legislation without relying on support from opposition benches, and he could stave off a federal election until 2029.
As of tonight, Mark Carney and our entire incredible Liberal team have earned an even more powerful mandate to continue building a better Canada.
President Ferdinand Marcos.
And the Philippine President, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., has fought rumours of his ill health with a set of impromptu star jumps. He challenged naysayers to come and exercise with me if they doubted his fitness. The president was diagnosed with diverticulitis, an abdominal ailment, in late January, and briefly put on a strict soup-based diet, causing significant weight loss at the time.
I challenge anyone who are saying that I am sick, that they come and exercise with me. We will see who is stronger. You come to the gym with me. Tingnan natin kung sino mas malakas magbuhat ng weight.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.